Give us the countdown, user. Hello, hello, hello. Did I make it in time? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another 9 to 5 Toys live stream. How's everyone's Friday going? I am Jordan, and I'll be by myself this week. It's just me, so we'll be hanging out. We've got some music going. Hopefully, it'll fill some of the silence, and we've still got a fun live stream plan for you. Main event is going to be unboxing the Elite Series 2 core controller. Pretty much as soon as we posted about it on 9 to 5 Toys, I went and bought one. It just came in. The controller came in 2 days ago, and then the accessory pack came in yesterday. So excited to get those open and check them out. But first, let's talk about some reviews from the week. Oh, focus. There we go. So Logitech had a pretty big week this week, launching a lot of new products. The one that I reviewed and was most excited about is this Pro wheel. It's just incredible. We'll dive into that. They also had a new microphone, which Rika reviewed, and so we'll go through that a little bit, as well as, was it the Astro A30 and their Fits earbuds as well. Price for what? What are you asking about, user? But first off, I mean, this is what I have the Astro as well, but I was too excited about the wheel to really focus on that. So I spent most of my time with this wheel and have been absolutely loving it. The racing wheel, so it's pricey. The racing wheel itself, let's see, we can see right here in the review, $1,000. And then the pedals, if you want those, load cell pedals, $350. So all up there, you got a pretty decent investment. Compared to their other, I guess, top tier wheel you would say is the G923, which has been around for a long time. And I think the price on that is $400 or $450. We also reviewed that one in comparison to the Thrustmaster T300 RS GT a little while ago. But it really seems like Logitech has pulled out all the stops for this one. You know, this is their first entry into the direct drive racing wheel market, and they went for 11 Newton meters of force, which is quite a bit, which is also kind of crazy to me. Like, I was watching someone else's review of this, and they say that they actually use it at that full power, where I feel like I was playing around with it some more, and like kind of 6 or 7, that feels like enough work for me right there. I can't imagine going all the way up to 11 for normal racing, but it's definitely got plenty of headroom in there if you want a little more power to it. Then obviously one other cool feature here, it's a quick release wheel, so very easy to take off, but this is the only wheel currently available for it, and they didn't really say much about it, but when we asked them, you know, will there be other wheels, they basically said like no comment or like stay tuned. So it sounds like there's going to be additional wheels coming out as well, which is very exciting. Hope we could get like a formula wheel, something that's a little bit more rounded, because this wheel does have this little, it's like a D style wheel with this little kind of flatter bottom. So hopefully get something a little more rounded that's better for drifting. It'll just be fun to see some new variety coming out there. So seems like Logitech's kind of jumping into a whole nother realm with this, which I'm really excited about. I've always been kind of interested in sim racing. I've had a lot of fun playing other racing games in the past, but now that like this stuff's been getting out, like I got the G923 a while ago, and then now this Pro wheel, like it's just fun. It's really what that's what I want to do in my free time when I have it. So very exciting there. But yeah, if anyone else has any questions, or if you want us to look at something, you know, from the week or some news, let us know. Pop it in the comments. Like I said, it's just me this week, so I need some interaction in there to interact with. So let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what things you're picking up, what you're excited about. It's been a pretty big week for Apple users as well. Will there be a PlayStation 5 version of the racing wheel? Yes. So there are 2 different versions available. I have the Xbox version because I have a Series X, and then they also have the Xbox, or they also have the PlayStation version, which Dom, who also does some YouTube reviews for 9 to 5 Toys, he got the PlayStation version of that. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna be working on a PlayStation first impressions kind of video for that. So really excited to see how that plays there. And in all honesty, I haven't really used this on Xbox at all yet, so that'll be interesting to try. I've just been using it on my PC, which has been a lot of fun. But yeah, let me link to the video, or the sign into chat. Oh, I'm using Streamlabs, which is different now. I was gonna pop it into chat. Let me see if I can do that over here. Okay, there we go. So that's the link to the review if you want to check it out. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of money. They're definitely cheaper direct drive wheels, but it kind of, I don't know, it feels kind of like that premium kind of what you would expect for like a little bit more expensive, like just a little bit step up in terms of like quality. Everything's just works really well. The screen on the wheelbase works really well for changing settings. Like if you are on a console, you can dial in all of the torque, all of the true force factors in here. So a lot of cool things you can do just on the wheelbase itself to really dial in what you want it to be for whatever you're racing. So very exciting. And then yeah, the pedals are really cool too. The load cell here is a lot of fun. It's pretty wild. It can go up to 100 kilograms of force, which is pretty crazy to me. I was using it around like 25 and that felt pretty good. But yeah, that would be a lot of force to be pushing down on that thing. But I'm sure some sim racers actually use that, all of that. So Logitech wanted to make sure that they can do it. But yeah, so that's that. We'll move on here pretty soon, shortly, into the unboxing, unless there are any more questions about the wheel. So let me know. Also want to check, can everybody hear everything okay? It looks like my mic's coming through fine. Sounds like the music's coming through fine. Let me know if there are any issues, but otherwise I will just carry on with the settings that we have on here. Like I said, during that Logitech event when they were announcing all this stuff, Streamlabs came up and they talked about their new collab cam feature, which got me really interested, because when we do these live with Rika or another guest, I think that would make it a lot easier for actually bringing a guest in. So this week I had been using just OBS before that, and this week we switched over to Streamlabs, and so far I've been really impressed with everything it can do. I think there are a lot of features here that we can use in our streams that I'm really excited about. So taking a little bit of getting used to, but really enjoying it so far. But okay, well, without further ado, let's go over to the overhead. All right, so the Elite Series 2 Core. So I've reviewed quite a few Xbox controllers and had a big Xbox controller comparison video. And the Elite Series has always been my favorite. I know that it has some durability issues, and Microsoft knows that too. So what they're hoping to do with this Core version, and why I went out and bought it right away, is that supposedly they've tweaked the internals to make them a little bit more reliable, so there won't be as many issues there. That's what they say. Obviously, you know, this is a brand new controller, so time will tell, but that's what they're trying to do. So I'm very excited about that. We've also got one of my friends let me borrow his original Series 2 controller for this thing, so we can compare it to that, see what the differences are there. And then I've also got my Elite Series 1. This has been my workhorse for... Oh, and it's missing a paddle. I'm going to blame that on my 4-year-old. This has been my workhorse for a number of years. Put a lot of hours in Destiny and other games on this controller. So look, we can kind of compare it between the three and see what it's all about. So let's get into it. So I did get I'm trying to remember the pricing on all of this. I think the controller, the core itself, is like 130. And then the accessory pack, because the core doesn't come with any of the paddles or anything like that. It comes with, I think, just the controller itself. So here we do actually have the controller, and it's available in two different colors, white and black. I usually think that the white shows up a little bit better in pictures, so that's usually what I opt for when I have a choice, and so that's what I went for with this. So it looks pretty nice. It's kind of a funny angle holding it above my head. Okay, so things do look a little bit different, I'd say. Let me get the other Series 2 out here. We can compare. Actually, no, they look pretty similar. On the front, at least. Yeah. They're looking very similar. On the back looks very similar too. Yeah, let's see what else is in the box here. We got the controller. Everything feels pretty good. Some nice rubberized grips. Get that kind of stormtrooper look because it's the white and black. And so one of the things that I really like about the Elite Series 2 is it does have those adjustable tension on the thumbsticks here. So you can make it a little bit lighter or a little bit more firm. And that kind of helps depending on if you have like the higher thumbsticks on here. It makes it a little bit easier. It makes it feel a little bit more natural. If you have a higher thumbstick, it's like, not as much force. So that's one of my favorite features about the Elite Series 2. Let's see what else we have. So just a USB-C cable. Braided design, kind of cool there. And of course, some literature. Oh, here's the little tool for adjusting the tension on those thumbsticks. Pop that out real quick. So yeah, there's like a little, basically kind of looks like a little Phillips kind of thing. Cross right there. You can either turn it clockwise or counterclockwise to adjust that. So pretty cool. What else do we have? So just a manual. Showing everything you can replace in here. Enough of that. And let's move over to the accessory pack. Try to get all this out of here. Yeah, if you have any questions, want to see something up close, see how something works, let me know. And we will do it. Alright, so here is the accessory pack. This over a little bit. And this all looks so similar to my buddy's Elite Series 2. I feel like he just got this recently, but I don't think it's the core. I'll have to ask you which one he actually got. All right. So inside here, Elite Series 2 accessory pack shows you what everything is on here, what everything you have, what all it comes with. Interchangeable thumbsticks. Some are flat, like concave, and some are domed. Charging dock, paddles, D-pad, all that good stuff. Let's see what this is. Yeah. Regulatory things. Alright, so this must be the charging dock. So it has those little contacts back here. You can just sit on that. Or does it go the other way? I don't know if it matters. That seems right. So that's pretty cool. Another cable, USB-C to USB-A. Looks very similar to what came in the other one. Yeah, it looks like the same thing. Then down here, nicely arranged, you have all of your little attachments. Oh, and they even give you another tension adjustment, so you can have 2 of these. Kind of cool, but then you can see all the different shapes of the thumbsticks there. Let's pull a couple of those out. I'll pull out the domed one and the concave, so you can see those. I think these are the taller ones. It's the domed one. So very easy to swap in. And so then you can have, if you're playing like an FPS game and you want a little more accuracy, or like a racing game, a little bit more control over the wheels, these taller ones kind of help for that. And then if it feels a little bit too loose, you can just tighten it up. A little more tension in there. A little bit more tension. It's not a whole lot more tension. It definitely adds some more, but it doesn't like make it stiff necessarily. Yeah. Well, that's the Elite Series 2 core and the accessory pack. So it's interesting. Everything looks very similar to what my buddy had with his other Series 2. Like, everything looks very similar. So I wonder if it is just like the internals, like they say they've been, tweaked or beefed up, made a little bit more reliable. So hopefully, in time we will see that be true. Although, we see a lot of comments every time I talk about the Elite Series 2 and I talk about the Elite Series and how much I like them. Everybody comments on like durability, and I know a lot of people have had issues with them, but I've never had an issue with the Elite Series, and it's always been so much fun to use. Like I said, here's my first gen. And I've got the new core. I really do like the white. Even though I have a black Xbox, I like the white design of it. Just pops a little bit. Very cool. Let's get those paddles on there. Yeah, if there's anything you want to see or check anything out up close, let me know. It's just you and me. This is not my comfort zone, so help me through this a little bit. Those are great. So I've been using the Series 1 for a long time. That's what I've been using like the most recently. And it's interesting. like going back to the Series 2, like the paddles definitely have a more tactile click to them. Like it takes a little bit more force, but there's a little bit more response there too. On the Series 1, it can feel like a little bit mushy in comparison. It's kind of more like a hair trigger. Like it's just the slightest little thing will activate it. Whereas on the Series 2, it takes a little bit more force, and there's definitely more of a click, which is pretty interesting. Otherwise, placement feels great. And, you know, I've tried a lot of controllers that have different back buttons back here, and although it took a while to get used to the Elite Series 2, like I haven't found another back button setup that I prefer more than this. And that might just be because I am so used to it, it's hard for me to transition to something else. But I just love this paddle setup. It's really great, especially for playing Destiny, being a hunter. You know, to do your dodge, you don't have to move your hand over here or do anything. I'm a kind of a weird player. I play Southpaw inverted, so I do all my aiming with this one, my movement on the right here. And so I usually, like if I don't have back buttons, I usually play claw, so I can hit all those. But when you can just, you know, hit all the face buttons on the back here without doing that, it's very, very convenient. Takes getting used to, but it's awesome. So really excited to hop in here and check this out. I know I've got a buddy who wants to play some of the new season of Destiny 2, so I think I might try to do that with him this weekend. And very excited to check that out. Can you please show the Sona next? Yeah, so unfortunately I don't have that to review, but we can look at Rika's review of it together. Rika handled that one. So we got, you know, some great thoughts on that in her review. Is that the HyperX keyboard? Yes, it is. Alloy Origin 65 with the blue, or not the blue, their aqua tactile switches. I love this keyboard. I'm trying to see if there are any differences between these controllers. They're so similar. Yeah, I can't really see anything. Pretty wild. For the 60s, I like HyperX a lot. Yeah, the Alloy Origin, like the build quality on those is just incredible, and their tactile switches I just love. Anywho, so good. Yep. Yeah, they feel very similar. They look very similar. Okay. So there's that. Let's move over to the Sona and we'll take a look at that together. Plug the controller in and change the light color. I will do that. Yeah, I'm planning on using that some this weekend. Okay. Logitech Blue Sona. First off, I think this is a pretty cool looking microphone, and I'm interested. I'd love to get my hands on one and try one too. We're using the Shure MV7, their white version of it. We call it White Noir or something like that. So it'd be interesting. Like, it's a very similar aesthetic. It'd be interesting to see how that looks. Obviously, I am using the Shure in XLR right now, but you can also use this in USB, which is, you know, it's one of the main features of it. But it would be interesting to compare it directly to the Sona, which I know Rika has as well. Sona looks wild. Yeah, it's a cool looking microphone. Yeah, Rika even calls that here aspect of the design the removable windscreen at the front. Just saying, I'm gonna get a drink of water. I think this, I'll have to look at the actual specs of it. I think this is a XLR mic. Sorry, when I was talking about USB, I was saying the Shure, the MV7 has a USB. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, let's check out the actual Logitech's page on that. see the specs. But I mean, it has XLR right in the name, so I'm not sure if you can do USB on that. Actually, Justin, you should know this, right? You're the audio whiz. It was kind of funny. I don't know if you watched the actual Logitech event, but when they were announcing this and talking about it, whatever video they had playing in the background, something pre-recorded, the audio was like clipping or having some sort of audio issue, and everyone in the chat was like, is that this new microphone that's like clipping and sounds terrible? I was like, no, it was just some weird like audio glitch. It was just funny that it happened right at the time that they were announcing this this brand new microphone. Yeah, XLR only, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure too. So, I mean, it seems like basically going right after the what's the one everybody uses? The Shure, the one that this one's based off, SMB7. Seems to be going right for that kind of crowd. But it looks slick. I mean, it'd be pretty cool. I love the Yeti X, but I hate the blue logo, one of the Logitech logo. Yeah, the blue Yeti X is pretty cool. I like, all the software, like all the tweaking you can do. That makes it pretty powerful for changing up the sound of your voice and kind of tweaking it, but I don't know. They're pretty massive too. Like all the blue stuff is pretty large. So I like something a little bit smaller. But yeah, that's just me personally. Are you going to do anything about the new Brio 500? I don't have anything on the schedule right now. Of course, that can always change, but nothing coming up that I know of with that. Yeah, the $350 price tag. It's definitely a pro price. That's where is it? I always have my yeah, $50 under the SM7B. Yeah, the Solo Cast from HyperX. This was my like mainstay go-to for so long because it's so affordable, but still sounds great. Of course, I do think it sounds better with a couple of like mods or accessories, which I made a video about, but for the price, this thing is just incredible if you're on a budget. But yeah, any other thoughts or questions on that? My go-to mouse for competitive SPF games right now. No, absolutely, ask away. Yeah, Justin, $35 right now. It's wild. It's been out for a while, and it still just seems like it only gets more affordable, and it still sounds great. I love that mic. My go-to mouse right now. Let's go back to the overhead. Death Adder V3 Pro. Love this thing. I have the Viper as well, the new Viper. They're V2 Pro, which is a great mouse as well. Like very similar as far as performance, but this one just feels more comfortable for my hand style. I'm just like I play weird with a controller. I play weird with a mouse too. I do the 1-3-1 grip. But this one feels very comfortable for that. Yeah, the Viper shape. Yeah, I can use it. Like I can use that kind of ambi design, but I prefer more of the ergonomic shape to it. Because you can kind of it's a little bit easier to kind of just like place it right there, in the back of your hand. It just feels more comfortable. It's more comfortable for, I'd say, like for gaming, but also for work. I mean, this is the mouse that I use for, at least 8 hours a day. Yeah, that was one of the first gaming mice I ever bought. Was one of the original Death Adders, and used that for a long time. As many people have. It's interesting, this one is so different. Like, it's still technically a Death Adder, but like the shape is so different. It's a lot more narrow here on the front. Like the other ones were quite a bit wider, so it has a different shape. But like I said, it's just super comfortable. Love it. And lightweight, which is great. And low latency, which is great. Yeah. Yeah, we have a video review of that somewhere. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. I'll pop that in the chat so you can check it out. See if that came in. Like the buttons are now separated. Yeah. Yeah, it feels really good. Very cool. Yeah, if anybody has any other questions about anything we've reviewed in the past or any other products that they're curious about, just let us know and we'll do our best to answer them. Check those out. Otherwise, I'm trying to think of what else I have to talk about. The new gamer earbuds, yes. So I do think we're going to be getting some of those in to try out, which I am really excited about. So we were like a part of the, they had a little re-release press event where they like, show off all the features and talk about it and everything. And very excited for that. Because the big thing they're doing with that, like those, the ear tips are going to be molded to your ears. Which is something that's very exciting to me. Like basically, that's the reason I didn't like the HyperX gaming earbuds. Is like the ear tips just weren't comfortable for me. As good as it sounded, as great as like the 2.4 gigahertz connection is, I just couldn't get a comfortable fit. So, with the Logitech, I think that looks really, really exciting. It's interesting. So like basically like you can just mold it once. It uses a UV light to mold to your ears. And then it's like, basically like a professional custom, ear mold. Sorry, I'm trying to find the I'm trying to pull it up on their website. You don't have to look at my hands anymore. Was the Logitech Fit? The Fits? G-Fits. Yep. Yeah, so I am really excited to try those out basically because of that. If these have the long-term comfort that it sounds like they should have, like these are going to be some solid earbuds. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to keep on the Logitech train and then we'll go back to Razer keyboards. Logitech comes ballsy with this new direction. Pro wheel surprise from them, but it's too expensive. Have you tried other DD wheels? If not, what you have in mind to compare it? Yeah, so that's my first DD wheel that I've spent pretty much any time with. So that's like, bulk of my experiences with the Logitech DD wheel. So I do not have much experience with some of the more affordable ones. I would like to. It'd be super interesting to basically get like, one of the most affordable ones and compare it to the Logitech. See like, is it worth it to like, save a couple $100 and get something that's, just really affordable? Or is it more worth it to save a little bit more money or save up a little bit more money and get the more expensive Logitech? I think that'd be pretty interesting just to kind of get the difference there. But yeah, it is pretty ballsy and came out of the blue. It's wild. Basically, like when I got the all the embargo information for that, I was like, holy cow. I was very surprised that was happening. I was also really surprised like they did such a good job of keeping it under wraps for so long. Thrustmaster's been teasing their new wheel for a little while now, but Logitech's just like, super secretive. All of a sudden they drop this massive bomb. So, and it sounds, it's been fun watching other people's reviews and like, more experienced sim racers like Boosted Media. His deep dive on the Logitech wheel is awesome. If you want to see how it is, go check that out. Literally the UE fits. Is that exactly the same with the Logitech? But yeah, yeah. I hope Logitech, is taking a note from like Thrustmaster and comes out with a lot of accessories for it too. Considering they have their, like, was it McLaren Logitech G Challenge, like, it seems like this is somewhere that they want to go and expand and grow with their sim racing. So I'm really hoping they really lean into that. And I mean, Logitech's been a huge name in sim racing for so long, it just makes sense for them to come out with a bunch more accessories. Okay, I'm gonna go back to what's up with the Razer keyboards. There's a time when I bought them mindlessly. Yeah. Is there anything in the pipeline? That was so like the Huntsman Elite was one of the first keyboards that I reviewed here at 9 to 5 Toys. I was like, oh yeah, this thing's awesome. And it is a solid, like, it's a good keyboard. I love the way that it feels. It's just it's very loud. And not like necessarily like a premium kind of a feel to it. But it was fun. I remember, like, showing that to my brother, and he ended up getting one too, and that was a lot of fun. But yeah, otherwise from Razer, I mean, I don't know of anything necessarily. I think they're having an event coming up here, a RazerCon or something like that. So maybe there will be some new announcements there. Well, there will definitely be new announcements there. I just don't know exactly what it's going to be. So we'll have to stay tuned for that. Thoughts on the Beacon mic? Is that the NZXT? Which one's that? Oh no, that's its own thing. Beacon, right? Is this the one you're talking about? World's most advanced USB-C microphone. I don't know much about this at all. This is the first I've heard of it. I don't know. That might be one we'll have to get into to compare to like the Logitech and the Shure here to check out. Yeah. Sorry, I'll have to come back to that. I'm not sure. I don't know why they didn't have the RGBG logo on the new 502. Yeah, RGB, man. Literally the UE fits. Looks like wired earbuds for gaming, but it corrupted the audio. It freaks me out. Oh, dang. Yeah, that stinks. The feedback. Yeah, everybody, thanks for stopping in and chatting. I think they might have worked a deal. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Is that what... Oh, the UE fit. Okay, yeah. So these are I guess I don't know much about these. Are these just Bluetooth? Because maybe they just Logitech just took it and just just added their Lightspeed wireless to it. Like basically took like the same design and then just added their Lightspeed to it for the 2.4 for gaming. The one thing I'm interested with the Logitech, the G Fits. Sorry, I got a cough. I gotta find my water real quick. The one thing I'm really interested with these, like they made it kind of a big deal about mic quality, mic sound from these as well. And typically, earbuds don't have great mic quality. Like it'll get by in a pinch, but like I don't know, for gaming it'll be really interesting to see how the mic performs on these, because they kind of made a deal about it, like oh, we understand how important communication is in gaming, and so we have 2 beamforming mics and all that. So I'm skeptical just because I haven't really found an earbud microphone that I really think sounds great. Compared to, I guess, okay. Well, I guess a lot of gaming headset microphones don't necessarily sound great either, but some are starting to get better. Yeah, mic quality puts off multiplayer for gamers. Yep. Actually, so one thing that I've been meaning to try out as well, Epos, couple years ago. Yeah, I think it was a couple years ago. They did their gaming earbuds. which was like 2.4 wireless and Bluetooth, but you couldn't use the microphone in their 2.4 wireless mode. But they recently updated that, so you can now. That's something I've been meaning to actually try out and see how that sounds. Once again, I'm still skeptical, but since you can do it, it'd be interesting to see how that sounds. That's a nice update. You know, it's definitely something that, like, I'm pretty sure all of the reviews talked about, that they wish they could do for gaming earbuds. Like, huge part of gaming is both hearing and then also talking. Charging them will still be a challenge in long gaming sessions. Yeah, I mean, that is a downside with earbuds. You know, you can't get the ridiculous, like, I'm gonna grab my, you can't get the 300 hours like the HyperX Alpha Wireless, which is completely. I've still never charged these, which is just wild to me. 300 hours. Yeah, what is the actual spec on here for battery life? 7 hours of listening time plus 8 hours with a charging case. So yeah, for, like, you know, if you're doing a stream, like, you probably can't use that, right? Because we're not at battery life. Yeah, building plugged them in the game. Yep, exactly. Oh no, no notification. Well, thanks for joining. Appreciate you coming in. Truth Ear 0. I haven't gotten into IEMs very much for gaming yet. I should try that out. I think we talked about it a little bit last stream, but I have some Shure IEMs that I got for, like, you know, stage monitoring when I play bass a little bit here and there. But I didn't think they were, like, that great sounding. Like, listening to music, like, just here at my desk, I wasn't super impressed with them. So I think maybe I need to spend a little bit more money. But yeah, I am very interested in trying these out and seeing how that fit is. Because for me, that's been the biggest thing with these gaming wireless earbuds with the 2.4 gigahertz connection. Finding one that I enjoy wearing for, you know, however long I'm gaming. So one that I enjoy for multiple hours. Yeah, super excited to try those out. And then we do also, we kind of mentioned it earlier, but I do have the new Astro 830s in. So excited to dive into that too. Excited to check that out as well. There's just only so much I could do this week with that Logitech wheel. Since they also announced that, like, Logitech G race. Sorry, I'm gonna go back to the wheel. They also announced that Logitech G challenge, and so part of me is like, oh, can I actually, you know, like, be competitive in this? So I've been trying to practice a little bit, but I am so far off. Some people have been sim racing for, you know, literally like 15 years, so they're absolutely insanely good. So we'll see. Logitech, longer listening time than my first gen AirPods Pro. Yeah. I mean, the technology is getting better, battery life's getting better, but, like, yeah. Is it the best option for wireless gaming? I don't, like, for earbud gaming, I don't know. It would be nice, like, Bluetooth, obviously you have latency when you're on the go, so if you're using it with, like, a mobile, some sort of, you know, in a mobile setup where you can actually use the like the Lightspeed connection instead of the Bluetooth, like, I feel like that'd be pretty ideal. You know, if you have a long commute, that's a better experience than Bluetooth. Yeah, let's look at what else we have coming down for reviews here. I can't show you guys, but I will. I'll look at my notes. What do we got? Well, I want to do a full review of the Elite Core 2 once I have a little bit of time with that. I mean, I don't know that it'll be much different than another Elite Series 2 controller, but at least want to make a video and kind of talk about, you know, that whole process and show off the new white colorway, because I do think that looks, you know, I do think that looks really nice. So that'll be coming up. The Astro 830, of course, that review will be coming up as well. So make sure you're subscribed for all of that. I told Shure that I would do a dedicated microphone or dedicated video review on the MV7, so need to do that as well. I'll go back over to my screenshot. What else do we have? Oh, we have the Alienware 920H headset, another ANC gaming headset. So we'll have a review of that coming up as well. What else we got? I know that Dom is working on a couple reviews. So excited to see what he comes up with as well. I don't know if you saw his keyboard. He got the Lord of the Rings keyboard from like Drop. That's pretty slick. Obviously like super expensive and, you know, just for like collectors and, you know, Tolkien nerds, but it's pretty sweet at the same time. Have an idea, maybe we can also review gaming backpacks or slings on the oh, yeah, that'd be interesting. I've done so I'm more on the like camera backpack side of things. I do a lot of other video production for like a motorcycle company and other stuff, and so I'm always carrying around a bunch of camera gear, and so I've reviewed a couple of those at least. Or at least, what did I do? I did one where I showed off what's in my backpack, and then I did another review of sorry, I'm gonna look for it real quick here. Oh, the PG Tech 1Mo. That's actually still the one I use. I love it. They're great too for gaming. Yeah, totally. But that's just not something that I do very much, like carrying around a bunch of gaming equipment with me out of the house. Most of my gaming's done, you know, here at my desk or on my couch on my Xbox. But that would be interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Tell you whose bags I really want to check out. That sounds weird. Mission Workshop. I just love the design of everything that they do. I've got a couple of theirs. I've got their sling, and then also got one of their totes. And I just absolutely love everything from that company. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, what was it? Their like Archive little system they have here for adding stuff. Oh yeah, modular backpacks. It's the stuff I really liked for camera bags. I thought that was pretty cool. And for motorcycle trips too. I mean, I usually have some gear on me when riding, so very fun. Cool. Any other thoughts or, you know, products you want to check out or things you want to talk about? If not, we might start wrapping up here in the next 10 minutes or so, but happy to answer some more questions. Oh, nice, Justin. Yeah, we have reviewed some of the Peak Design bags. That's great. The custom keyboard rabbit hole? I have not. You know, besides taking out some 1:50 a.m. in India. What are you doing here? Go to bed. Thanks for stopping in. you know, beyond just swapping out switches in hot swap keyboards, that's about really as much as I've done. Thank you so much. That's really as much as I've done with keyboards. So I have not gotten into that yet. What are these ads? Sorry, get that out of here. But it's not to say I don't really want to. It'd be interesting to try it and see what we can come up with. But just not something I've done yet. Yep. Nice. Novel key NK65. Yeah, I'll put the beacon on the list. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. Something to check out. I feel like we've reviewed enough microphones on here. We've kind of a nice selection of different things to compare it to. So it'd be interesting to see just how it, you know, how it performs compared to everything else. Yeah, I think they recently did. Nice. Sweet. Yeah, it'd be interesting to do, to dive in here and check it out. Kind of feel like who's it? Sarah Dici. She's like a tech YouTuber. She did a video. It was like, you know, I failed at making my own custom keyboard. I kind of feel like that. Maybe I just haven't done it yet because I'm afraid that that's how mine's gonna go too. You know. AT2020 USB-C thing. Let's check it out. Oh, this guy? Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yep, we can add it to the list of mics to check out. I don't know, do people, like, would you watch a top 5, you know, mics, streaming mics or recording mics or podcast mics of the year? You know, is that something that would catch your eye if we made a video like that? Definitely. Okay. Yeah, that'd be interesting to do. Just do a roundup, like heading into Black Friday or something when usually stuff goes on deal. Hey, Caleb. Hey, man. Thanks for the controller. Give that back to you tonight. Did you see the new one? Sorry, I'm going to go back and show Caleb the new one. Did you see the new one, Caleb? It's pretty cool. Looking to upgrade. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Here in a little bit later, a little bit later this year, we can actually, yeah, we can definitely do a little roundup. Check out some of those different ones, because that would be a lot of fun. I'll probably still end up recommending the solo cast. Let's check them out. Bit too crunchy, like too much click, which currently up to. The solo cast is so good. Trying to see if it feels any. Oh, it definitely has. I don't know that the sound would come up or the sound would come through. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's just because it's brand new, but it definitely feels like it has a little more of a click to it. Like there's a little bit more of like a tactile response. Like maybe this older one feels a little bit squishier, mushier? Oh, it'd be only slight if it is. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, it's not like, you know, the Razer clicky switch like you'll find on the Wolverine V2 or something. So even going back to, like, it's still very similar to, like, the Elite Series 1. Like, it's a similar feel. It doesn't stray that far from it. And I don't think I have... Let me see if I can grab a stock controller real quick here. I'll be right back. Turn up the jams. All right, so compared to, so I've got the standard Xbox Series X controller. It's still in the same vein. I feel like it has a little more of like a clicky or a tactile press to it. A little bit more. Is that coming through at all? Can you hear that? Doesn't look like it. Let me see if I turn off the NVIDIA voice, if that comes through. I'll stop the music. All right, can you hear this? That's the new Elite 2 core. And then here's the other Elite 2. Here's the Elite 1. Like, that was just a little bit quieter. Yeah, between the Elite, like the two Elite 2s, like I'd say it's pretty similar. Maybe just a little bit more of like a little like tactile bump. Yeah, from the Elite 1 it sounds very different, and from the stock controller. I'd say these two feel pretty similar, the Elite 1 and the stock Series X controller. And then these two are pretty similar. You want more buttons? Dude, there? Yep. Like I said, as long as... I'm going to turn music back on. As long as the durability is there for this new one, the core, like they say it should be, like, you know, they say they made those tweaks. If the durability is there, then this is, I don't know. I think it's the best controller. Me personally, I think it's the best controller. I love the paddles. It's got the 3 adjustable trigger stops, which is great. So you can go halfway or like full hair trigger. Or Stray or Hades. Yeah, I still, it's like I've been playing Destiny for forever, and I play a lot of like FPS games on mouse and keyboard at my computer. For some reason, Destiny like just doesn't feel right on our computer, and so I still always play that on Xbox with a controller. Oh, I'm gonna turn that noise reduction back on. Get that fan out of there. But yeah. Once again, thanks, Caleb. Thank you very much for letting me use your controller for this video. Appreciate that. I owe you a beer or something. Definitely has that movement. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what it was designed to be, right? From Bungie with as a Halo follow-up. All right. Well, yeah, we'll start wrapping up here soon unless anybody has any other questions. Trying to think if there's anything over here we can compare. Can't really find anything at the moment. Yes, bring on the suggestions. Oh, yeah, that'd be interesting. I've seen some other people make some videos about them. I've never tried them myself. That'll be interesting to try. The new Lytra beam? Sorry, I sound... Is it the new Logitech thing? I have not talked about it yet. We're kind of talking about some other Logitech products, but it's pretty sweet. This we did not get, or I didn't get one of these to review, so I haven't actually tried this yet. I don't know a whole lot about it. Was this one of the things they announced? I should know this. Was this one of the things they announced this week at their big Logitech event? So yeah. Lots of stuff. There was so much stuff. And yeah, like I said, I ended up spending most of my time with the Pro Wheel, because that was what I was most excited about. But yeah, lots of good stuff to check out. Yeah, it's fun to see fun to see Logitech coming out with all this, I mean, yeah, other brands. It's always fun to see people come out with stuff. A lot of stuff for us to get our hands on and review. It's going to be a busy end of the year. But that's good. Yeah, I'm using the, I haven't checked out that light. I do like the price point on that though, $100. I'm using the Razer Key Light Chroma, which is a great light. I really like the light coming out of it, but it's significantly more expensive than that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what, I kind of mentioned this earlier, Dom's got the PlayStation version of the wheel. So I think he's going to do a review of it, talking about it from like the PlayStation side of things. It'll be interesting to see what he plays for that. Excited to see it. Yeah, $100 ain't bad for this. Anyway, I don't know much about that, so I'm not going to talk much more about that. The Lytra beam, so I'm going to call it. Those do look very similar. The UE fits in the Logitech ones. Yeah, we should be getting those in as well pretty soon. Oh, are they? Oh, yeah. Yep, you're right. So that makes sense. They just took that design and added their light speed wireless to it. What expensive? The these, the UE fits, or Ultimate Ears in general? Oh, yeah. I know we reviewed quite a few of their products on 9 to 5 Toys. It's always fun to see what they're coming up with. Alrighty, last call for questions, comments, reviews, suggestions. Yeah, if this is the same, which it looks like it is, I think you're right, because I know that's the same thing they're doing with this. Their custom fit molding here for the ear tips. I'm really excited to check those out, see how they feel. Awesome. Well, yeah, we'll start wrapping up here. Thanks everybody for joining. Really appreciate you hanging out and chiming in and chatting with me. This was a lot of fun. And yeah, the more we do it, everything goes smoother, which is great. So I appreciate you all joining. And we're gonna try to do this, every week. So see us again next week, 3:30 p.m. on Friday, and we'll be covering some more reviews and going over news. And of course, taking your questions and comments as well. So in the meantime, head over to 9to5toys.com. Watch it over the weekend for all the great deals coming in if there's anything you're looking to purchase, and of course for great news as well. So awesome. Thank you all very much for joining. Hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. And we will see you later. Bye.